In elections, just like any other contest, you win some and you lose some. But ability to manage victory or defeat is priceless. The battle for the presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress has come and gone, but the outcome is still generating ripples. The Governor of Ebonyi State, Umahi, who participated in the APC presidential primary, is still livid about his loss. Governor Umahi, who is the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, is blaming President General of Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze, Professor George Obiozor, for failure of aspirants from the region in the APC presidential primary. The governor declared that he will no longer recognize Professor Obiozor as the President General of the body. He also lambasted delegates from the Southeast states who are accused of selling their votes to willing buyers instead of defending the call for Igbo presidency. BKO, just like we thought, we are done with the APC primary, and then what we are looking forward to is them picking their running mate. But it does appear that the fallout of the primary, problem no they finish, as they say on the streets.
It's Umahi has every reason to be disappointed. He has every reason to be angry. When he joined the party, we were told that he joined because he had been promised the presidency.
Yeah.
So the people who make all kinds of promises to people, promises that they have no capacity to fulfill, they are the ones that he needs to have a word with. Why? But this was not how we discussed it. This was not what you told me.
Yeah.
His disappointment is palpable. You can feel it. You can almost cut his disappointment with a knife. But he ignored some of the salient issues. Our friends from the Southeast need to change the way they play politics. They need to build the right alliances. That's the only way that victory can happen. If Umahi likes, let him be abusing delegates from now till Jesus Christ return. By the votes of Igbo delegates alone, they cannot win the primaries. Now, Umahi should tell us, because he's the chairman of the Southern Governors Forum.
Yeah.
So he's an Igbo leader in his own right. He needs to tell us the extent to which that is attacking people now. He needs to tell us the extent to which he went to build those bridges across the Niger. How many of his friends who are governors from northern Nigeria was he able to convince about his intention to be president? He needs to tell us. This is not simply about whistling and twisting and tongue twisting at the same time.
Yeah.
He should tell us how many alliances he was able to weld between governors from northern Nigeria, where we have a huge chunk of delegates, and the Southeast. Because you can abuse those delegates by the votes coming from southern delegates alone. They can't get near even winning the primaries. So, as a contestant, how many of his own fellow governors from other parts of Nigeria even supported his cause? Before the election, on Monday, the Monday of the election, Ajuaju already had 14 governors. How are you going to defeat him? I used to tell people here that even if all the aspirants came together, they would still not be able to muster enough votes to defeat Ajuaju. Even before the election, I was saying it. Because I knew the strengths of each of the aspirants in terms of the work that they had done with the delegates. I knew. So Umahi, who performed so abysmally in that contest, is abusing everybody. Oh, I will not recognize Obiozor again. If you don't recognize and others recognize him, What does it amount to?
Well,
I mean, because it is not the thing. I can feel his frustration.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that the way to play this politics and to play it right, even Umahi did not play the politics right, or maybe he tried to play the politics right and achieved nothing at the end of the day. Because let him point at the governors from northern Nigeria that he managed to get to support his cause, that he managed to convince them to support the cause of the southeast. Because the southeast cannot produce the presidency of Nigeria unless they're able to build alliances beyond their region.
Yeah.
Because all of what he's saying now, I mean, it's just like an ostrich burying his head in the sand.
Yes,
He's not talking about what needs to be done.
well,
Listen, as historians, we can tell people like Umahi some of what they probably have forgotten or chose to forget. The MPN and MPP had some form of alliance that enabled Umahi to become Speaker of the House of Reps.
Yeah.
When was the last time that politicians from the southeast tried to build that form of alliance? I can recall that even on 2 occasions when Buhari picked his running mate from the southeast, he was rejected. So you can actually see an external on a ballot, but that's no guarantee that his own people will support him. In 2003, Ojukwu was rejected by his own people. Yes.
quite amazing.
So this is it. You've got to play the politics right. It's as simple as that. It's not. This is not head banging on the wall. No, it will amount to nothing at the end of the day. It's just empty gas. Show us how you played, even you, how you played that politics, because you didn't play it right.
You know,
All right.
in addition to that, this blame game has to stop. What Umahi is doing is just giving Obiozo a bad name. He's like giving a dog a bad name in order to hang it. Perhaps my memory need to be gingered again. Was it not the same Umahi who withdrew for Lawan? Was it not the same one? So who is he blaming? Look, the truth of the matter, as BKO has said, is that there is need for people to look beyond their immediate environment. If you check, Buhari has been contesting before now. If you give only the northern votes, Buhari would have become president of Nigeria long ago. But because of the bridge that was built between the southwest and the north, he was able to get it. Now, you want to become the president of Nigeria. You don't want to build any bridges with the north. You don't want to build any bridges with the west. How will you? You don't have the size. You don't have the population. You don't have anything. He can continue till tomorrow to blame Professor Obiozo, but there's nothing the professor will have been able to, or anybody will have been able to do. Even if all the Igbo delegates in that contest voted for Umahi, he will still not have won.
He won't even come second.
So why is he blaming the old man for saying that he failed to support? What will he vote support Abraman? Assuming he even came out all the way to say he's
as a matter of fact, he said that Ebonyi will not be part of Biafra again. That the cause that he's fighting now for Southern agenda is for Ebonyi alone. That he and Ebonyi
I said no go. Agreed to be part of Biafra. Is he the only one who doesn't want to be in Biafra? The governor of Anambra,
he should just
or even Abia, did he say he wants to be part of Biafra? So I mean, look, even in the PDP,
if you just swallow his
Anyim was rejected.
Exactly.
So this thing was not even limited to the APC. Anyim was rejected, and we are saying that this thing has there is history to this thing. We look back and see. There was a time that Nwobodo contested in 1983, was rejected, and they chose the MPN Sisiono from the MPN.
Yeah.
He was not re-elected. Nwobodo was not re-elected. So the way they got to to play their politics right. They've got to play it right, take the right decisions, build the right alliances, and at the end of the day, they will be the better for it. All the years of support for PDP, what did it amount to?
All right.
That's the question. Now he's out of the PDP. He probably felt he will be Nigeria's next president. But that has not materialized now. He's now trashing around. Trashing around is not the solution.
Absolutely.
Just do some, sit back and reflect.
Recalibrate
and then recalibrate your efforts for future election.
Right, that's it.